I'm going to go out on some thin ice today, and I'm pretty sure I have some friends out there in YouTube land. And so instead of just writing me off as a sexist jerk, I would so much appreciate you setting me straight on my misperceptions and biases and screwed up thinking. So here's what I want to talk about. There's a guy who worked for Washington State, some kind of department head, and he just did a bang-up job as a department head, but all the women in his group complain that he gives them too many hugs. But in particular, what I've focused on is that he stares at their breasts. Okay, now I think that we need some sort of a legal distinction between looking at and staring at breasts, because I kind of doubt that I need to inform you young ladies out there, well, hell, not just young ladies. I don't think I need to inform you. I'm pretty sure you're up to speed on that. You know what? Men are looking at your chest. Now, so then the question is, what's the difference between looking at and staring at? Well, I'm in that group of men who are of the belief that if I can steal a look and you don't catch me looking, well, then that's not staring and it's fair game, right? It's okay. And, there's all kinds of little tricks, that a guy can pull to make it look like that maybe he was just looking over your shoulder or whatever. But as long as he's just looking, and then when you catch him looking, he looks away, then I guess that's not staring, right? I don't know. Is that objectionable? Now, here's another thing I've been thinking about in this domain. There's this musician named Yanni. I think he plays the electric piano. I cannot stand that foppish son of a bitch, Yanni, Y-A-N-N-I. Look him up on YouTube if you don't know who he is. And, women just are nuts about Yanni. They just think he's the best. And then there's this very swishy bodybuilder named Fabio. And, you can buy a whole damn Fabio calendar. Here's Fabio in December with a little Santa Claus hat, and he's standing under the mistletoe and all of those gorgeous muscles. Now, I'm pretty sure he's straight, but my word, is he ever swishy. And women women buy the Fabio calendars. Okay. So I'm guessing, I don't know for sure, but if Yanni or Fabio is looking at your chest, well, then my bet is you don't have a strong objection to that. To make it maybe a little more generalized than the specific Yanni and Fabio, to make it more generalized, if it's a guy that you find attractive, not creepy, then it's okay with you if he's staring at your chest. This is where I need you to set me straight. Now, can you see the enormous social problem that creates? That one guy out of 20, it's okay if he doesn't look away quickly when you catch him looking. It's okay with you that he's looking. One guy, well, hell, probably one guy out of 100. At least the ones of your age. Let's say of the ones your age, one guy out of 30. It's okay that he doesn't hurry up and change his eyes. Okay. Now, so then that means there's 29 guys out of 30 to whom you communicate that it ain't okay for you to be looking at their chest. That's bad. And in fact, if you got some high-level job in the government and they catch you not looking away when you should look away, you're going to get fired. Hell, you might get sued because you were staring. But then I'm thinking that, I don't know, I need to go out and talk to guys, but my sense is that this creates a real sense of dissatisfaction in our world, and a sense of resentment about women. That faggy Fabio, he gets to look at your chest all he wants to, but you catch me looking, and goddamn, you're going to complain to the sex police. So, well, all right. So then, let's just say that I'm in a hiring position. If I'm in a hiring position and I know that I ain't one of the 1 out of 30 guys, I'm a 29 out of 30 guys, I don't get to stare, well, then I ain't gonna hire some young lady that's likely to catch me staring. I'm gonna hire young ladies that I'm not likely to be staring at. Now, the irony is that most men are going to be looking over most women, regardless. I mean, you don't got to be Melania Trump for guys to be looking you over. But you get my point that if I got my choice between hiring Melania Trump and Hillary Clinton, Jesus, I'm going to hire Hillary Clinton so I don't get in trouble. So this is what I'm trying to figure out, and I'm hoping maybe you'll give me some insights to steer me straight on my sexist attitudes. Now, just for the hell of it, I'm going to tell you a story about when I was a young man. I was a sophomore, 10th grade, and there was this gorgeous girl who was an 11th grader, and she was always extending the most inviting invitations to me. One day she wore this lovely silky dress, and she wanted me to take her way up this steel ladder above the scene dock in the proscenium of the theater. And once you got up to the top of this ladder, you got out on top of the school. And so I'm like right behind her, trying to make sure she doesn't fall off the ladder. And I gotta say, it was a very lovely experience, guiding this older girl up the steel staircase, or steel ladder. Okay, so because we were both, I call them thespians, I invited her to go see a play in Pasco one night. She said, okay. So after the play, I said, well, do you want to drive around, or do you want to go back to your house? Let's drive around. So if you're familiar with Kennewick, there's this area called Findlay. And let's see, this would be almost 50 years ago. Findlay was not very well developed. There were a lot of, shall we call them cul-de-sacs? Anyway, Les Pommes de we call them Col d'Amour. How's that? Col d'Amour. Anyway, so we're driving around through Findlay, and pretty soon she says, are you just going to drive around? No. Now, you got to see, I'm a 10th grader. She's an 11th grader. She dated football players. I wasn't sure it was even healthy for me to be going on a date with her, and so I wasn't going to try anything. But what the hell? She wants to stop. We'll stop. So I pull off on this dirt road in the dark. So we sit and we talk. God knows what we, probably talked about absurdist theater, Waiting for Godot, Harold Pinter plays. I don't know what that we talked about. Pretty soon she says, today I bought some new bra and panties. Yes, they are black satin with red fringes. I gotta tell you, my heart damn near stopped just picturing it. I said, wow, that's very cool. Like, what the hell is that to me? And then she says, well, do you want to see it? Jesus, does the Pope go shit in the woods? Yes, I want to see it. So she says, well, turn your head. I don't All right, I turned my head. I mean, yeah, she was apparently very tuned in to what delicate sensibilities I had. Kind of prudish, I guess. So I turned my head, and then she says, okay, you can look. So I look, and I'm telling you, I didn't do a goddamn thing. And she finally just leans over and gives me a kiss, and then she puts her dress back on, and we drive to her house, and we drink a little wine and smoke some cigars, and that was it. That was it. Now, about 5 years later, I'm at work, and I'm telling this story to some of the guys, and one of the guys says, Jesus, Kirk, she bought those for you. Are you kidding? Jesus, she did, didn't she? She bought those for me. Oh, God. Anyway, so, again, you got any advice for this nasty old sexist bigot like me? You got any similar stories of times when you had your head up your ass and passed up amazing opportunities? I am your man. I want to hear about them. Have a good day. You can tell I'm not really having a good day. Can't get the damn thing to stop. Hey, hey, hey.